Ouch, my ears hurt the F. Okay, hi. Apparently, this is a horror, but as we all know, this is Demo by Pansikoser, and welcome to another visual novel that is horror themed named Horrors of Helmsfirth? Okay, as stated in the demo, like in the title screen, sorry. So it's made by Blue 5 Games and has the themes of it is a visual novel horror and nothing else. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, so this is gonna be a total blind playthrough. Anyways, it is described as a horror adventure visual novella where you investigate the mystery causing townsfolk to disappear at night. Build trust with allies who can help save your town from monsters. Explore 9 different character plot lines and defeat the forces of evil. Or join them. This will be a initial, not an initial, but maybe if it's pretty long, it's gonna be like a parter series of the demo. So hopefully it's not that scary to begin with. Excuse for the domestic noises in the background. I prefer it that much better because apparently this is horror, and we all know whenever I play horror, I need a necessity of not listening to everything under the sun badly. Because apparently if I play this at night, it's gonna be really bad. Anyways, let's begin. Hold up. I'm gonna see preferences to for the setting. Skip and scene settings, after choices, transitions, the stack speed is super auto forward time. Okay, I'm gonna have to just lower the volume a bit. There. The sound volume might actually. Okay, I think that's good. Let's start. What is my name? Pan. I could just say Pandan if I would. Okay. So welcome to Helmsfirth. Click or press spacebar to continue. Life in Helmsfirth has been pretty good up until recently. You've been promoted to be the lead mage, reporting directly to the mayor. Defense and security of Helmsfirth are your responsibility, which you had thought would be a piece of cake in this peaceful, sleepy town. So there's no other description or indication of what kind of character you are. It's just basically just a name so far. So let's see how far it'll go with the description of you as a character. Because in the other visual novel that I played through, which is called Our Life Now and Forever. Hold up. Oh hello! Look at this. I'm back. Sorry. The audio would be cut around that area because I did some kind of adjustments. So let's continue on with the story. At least it used to be peaceful. About a month ago, people began disappearing at night with no clues as to where they went. Is this werewolf? The mayor is pushing you to solve the mystery and make Helmsfirth safe. You have been trying to use your skills in magic to achieve that goal. I will not be focusing much on the visuals or graphics whatsoever, so I won't have much comment on the on the visuals and stuff. So hopefully if you guys ever notice anything, please do say it in the comments, or just enjoy my narration of the story and the background sounds that is hecka loud. That also has these blind spots of being silent every now and then. Maybe it's because it's a demo, that's why they don't have any mixing of the sounds yet. Speaking of magic, which type of magic is your specialty? Ooh, magical attacks or stealth and defense magic, not available in the demo. Oh, I see. So right now we're forced to choose magical attacks, but maybe near in the future, this might actually open more story arcs or plot line of the characters. But the demo has opened magical attacks for the players, so we're gonna choose that forcibly. You enjoy using the forces of magic to attack. Offensive magic makes you feel powerful. To protect Helmsfirth, you've been tutoring the other mages in offensive magic, and you've scheduled patrols of mages paired with armed guards. You've also been searching for clues as to what is causing people to go missing. So far, you've heard a couple of rumors which could be interesting to investigate. A few people mentioned sightings of a giant wolf in the woods south of the town. I called it. I called it werewolf. Also, you overheard a group of people complaining about the potion makers who owns the newly opened potion shop. They were suspicious of him as well as annoyed. Of okay. Oh, okay. So the other culprit that they're saying is the potion maker, or I guess I could say potion master. I don't know, alchemist. Lastly, tonight one of the patrols failed to report for their check-in with you. You could trek out into the woods to try and find them. They were patrolling the woods north of town. Which clue do you investigate? So far, we're only allowed to go to the north of the woods. But both of the first two options are pretty interesting. It feels like there's an underlying fan service sort of like on both options, especially with like the wolf. But I'm just like saying it out of being a old lady sort of like romanticist. But here I am, following the linear path that the demo is like leading me. So we go north, wherever that is. You're on edge, walking through the dim night and wondering who or what is causing your neighbors to go missing. Sure, you know how to cast magic missile, but would that really be enough to save you? Magic missile? What is that supposed to be? It's like quantum magic, comparable or something? Like it's physics based, pushing? Maybe it's like just like telekinesis or something, but I don't know, pixie dust? Made out of pixie dust? Just then, you hear a scream that freezes the blood in your veins. Loud growling follows the scream. That was funny. Oh, okay. Ooh. Sorry, this is like me just thinking. I didn't get to see the credits or whatsoever of who made the art here, so as I said before, I don't wanna focus on the graphics, but I kinda wanna just because I see it in front of me and she's like a pretty girl and a cute wolf, even though it looks menacing. Before you can react, a woman crashes through the trees in front of you, chased by an enormous wolf. As the wolf... the, the screams are so funny. I'm sorry. I can't take it seriously. As the wolf's jaws close around her leg, she screams again. It's piercing. There is blood. What will you do? Okay. I don't know. I kind of want to attack it, but I want to try running away just for like the cowardly route, just for like not just to get at least an ending. Maybe I think an ending would suffice, like doing something credibly cowardice. You turn and start to run. You can hear screaming and growling as the fight intensifies behind you. Before you get far, you hear the wolf catching up to you. It passes you and blocks your path. Yeah, oh, look at that! The wolf doesn't even look scary right now. It looks so cute! Arrgh! And transforms into a human. What? Don't lose that fluffiness! No! Oh, boy. Okay. This looks like a character from Tangled. Sure. Let's introduce a guy that looks like debonair-ish and handsome. Fine. The guy's name is Basil. I mean, for the record, okay, he actually introduces himself. Don't be afraid. My name is Basil, or Basil. That wasn't what you think. She was a vampire. You're safe now. Okay, I guess I could believe it. I'll believe it. I just saw you biting a woman. Oh, I am saying this part. So Pan says, I just saw you biting a woman. There is still blood on the ground and you were a wolf. Basil says, yes, I know. I want that if ever this gets like if ever this gets like voice acted, someone should actually just say these lines in a monotonous manner. Because it's like you're like, yes, I know. Isn't it obvious? I did it a while ago and I explained what I was doing, duh. This must be too much to process, and I'm going to have to turn back into a wolf because there are other vampires around. Oh, okay, you're technically a guard dog of the town. Sorry about this, but I can't defend you in my human form. I'll follow you back to Helmsfirth and we can talk there. It's safer there. The vampires don't like coming out in the open. Okay. I mean, the idea and rumors about having wolves being the culprits of the missing people sounds kind of like 50-50 credible, because if they're doing activities in the forest and making excuses, or whether it's true or not like that, the possibility of like half the town being supernatural entities is possible. The mystery here is like what kind of like supernatural entities are in the town. Kind of like a nice like plot, to be honest. Like I feel it much more comfortable for me to like have this flow of the story to like be investigative. I think that's how it's gonna work anyway. Without another word, Basil turns back into a wolf. You wonder if you're dreaming. The giant wolf Basil looks at you and motions with his head to move towards the town. Aw, that's so cute. You have a big fluffy dog with you. Whether this is a dream or real, you don't see any other choice that makes sense. You follow the wolf back to town. Basil morphs back into a human just as you're reaching the outskirts of town. Sorry if I'm butchering the name of these characters. I'm just gonna. I wanted to stick with something that isn't food sounding. That's why I said Basil. Okay, Basil is here. Let's walk further into town. We can find a quiet place to talk, maybe in the town square. It's open and guarded, but not crowded. Pan. I know. I put the guards. So, oh my gosh, it's not so obvious that I am a part of the guards here. I guess maybe the town's guardsmen are like guards don't have any like armor or like uniform to indicate that they're the guards. I'm assuming that's the case. That's why Basil doesn't like recognize me as the guard. Basil. Oh, really? Are you the lead mage then? Oh, yeah, I was new in this town. I forgot. Or I think I am like new in this town. Pan. Yes, that's me. You sigh because you don't feel proud to be the lead mage right now. A good lead mage would have stopped the disappearances sooner, right? I was expecting a different mindset, but again, maybe I'm just like your typical lawful good type of character right now, or lawful neutral at this moment. I mean, I guess I was assigned to like be part of like the guards anyway. At least now you've learned what is causing the disappearances. Vampires. Maybe. Unless this wolf person is tricking you. Pan. What spell allowed you to turn into a wolf? That was impressive. Basil, it wasn't a spell. I'm a werewolf. I figured it out when I was a teenager. I can turn into a wolf. Sorry. Made me laugh. I've learned how to control the transformation, but at first it would happen at seemingly random times, which was, as you can imagine, quite inconvenient. Okay, I guess like the graphic shows me that there's a full moon, so maybe it's because of the full moon that's why like he gets to have his full abilities as a werewolf, so he does and do transform into a full-on wolf. You've been walking as you talk, and you're reaching the town square now. Okay, we're in town square now. Okay, I guess this is typical of a town square. It feels like it's a cathedral. We're in front of a cathedral that looks fairly put together like clip art. Very, very good clip art. You sit down and motion for Basil to sit too. Basil. So, this must all be a shock. What questions do you have? Pan. Sorry, I've been saying the name just for distinction because I'm not doing any like particular or distinct voices. Like I'm not modulating any of my voices because I'm pretty lazy right now. Sorry about that. Pan. You said it was a vampire that you destroyed in the woods back there. Did my character even witness destruction? Just like pure bloodshed, right? But what are the odds that the pseudo vampire is dead? Like it might not be. Basil. Yep. Pan. A vampire. Really? How do you know? Basil. Excellent question. There are two ways I can tell. Number one, vampires smell different than humans. As a wolf, I can identify them by smell. Then maybe so do dogs. What is this? Where are the dogs in this town? Uh, Number 2, their abilities and behavior. Wow, you're that close into vampire culture for you to actually identify them to the T, huh? I mean, sorry, I'm like criticizing them. Anyways, their behavior. We've seen them attacking humans. And, excuse me? You've seen them attacking humans is a behavior? Are you kidding me? Sorry. And their abilities. You can tell by how fast they move. They are much faster than humans. Okay, first off, when I met that woman a while ago, let's just assume maybe I was attentive enough. They could have placed a scenario before me meeting the woman that I maybe in a playthrough of this, like maybe I've done a few playthroughs and there's like a meta playthrough wherein you actually have abilities to enhance yourself via the storyline that I have very good perception. Because, not gonna lie, if I stayed a wee bit longer, maybe when I chose not to run, that I saw the actions of the lady, maybe I might have like seen a justification that the lady is a vampire. But right now, since I'm like Thomas Doubtful, I'd probably just be like criticizing the things that Basil says to me, even though he's like a smug handsome fuck, a smug handsome wolf. Sorry. And their abilities. You can tell by how fast they move. They are much faster than humans. I had actually caught that vampire finishing off her latest victims. I was too late, but at least the vampire didn't get away. Pan Pan, you said we've seen them attacking humans. Who is we? Exactly! Like, excuse me? Where are you guys? Where is your partner? Like, it feels like you went off and veered away from that person or like fellow wolf that you are with. Basil, I'm part of a pack of werewolves. You're like cigarettes. Basil, we enjoy being close to Helmsfirth, but we do spend most of our time in the woods, so you probably haven't met any of the pack members before. Pan Pan, okay, this is a lot to digest. Werewolves and vampires. I had thought vampires were just legend. Most people think so. Vampires have been remarkably good at hiding their existence for hundreds of years. I mean, to be fair though, if they keep on being or looking like pristine humans with like personalities, then it's kind of pretty easy to like roam around in society, especially if it's like easier as well to like avoid crowded places, because it even if like you're in the era of like the Middle Ages or the Gothic era, there's like people who are like maybe weirdos but fairly like ostracized because they're like introverts or like extreme versions of like antisocial people, but they're not but they're at an era wherein like evidence or proof is necessary for people to actually hold them on trial or judge them. Then it's like, as a person who is easily can be a hermit, like it's easy to hide from people. Not gonna lie. Pan Pan, and werewolves too? Do you all have a code of secrecy? Basil, well, not exactly, but right now my pack is trying to remain hidden from the people of Helmsfirth, because there is always a risk that humans will think we're evil and try to hunt us. I'm kind of surprised I'm not thinking about like, oh, this guy is evil in the first get-go. Like, I guess like my choice, there should be like, I'm not saying it should exist, but somehow it feels like it's a necessary component to have that choice to begin with, to have your character have like 90% open-mindedness or like 40% open-mindedness. That way the dialogue would show that, oh, it's possible that you're giving doubts or like having doubts, because to be honest, I'm actually I have been Thomas for quite some time now. In this entire conversation with Basil. And with the vampires murdering people, there is an even greater risk, because the people in Helmsfirth might assume that my pack is responsible for the murders. Oh, okay, so like she's basically saying his pack of cigarettes are not that bad. Like they're like a brand of fume. I've been seeing fume, which is like an alternative for vape, or stuff like that, which is an organic form of vape. I'm just saying this because it's like I've been saying pack of cigarettes, which is like a thing that YouTube might actually like flag me for. I mean, I'm not. Oh, come on, algorithm. I'm not promoting smoking. Come on. Basil. At least that's what leader of our pack, Jordan, thinks. At least that's what the leader of our pack, Jordan, thinks. They've had some bad experiences in the past with humans trying to exterminate us werewolves, and the vampires are keeping themselves secret, presumably, because they really are responsible for the disappearances, and they don't want the Helmsfirth Defense Forces coming after them. Wow, complicated way to call the Defense Forces in Helmsfirth, HDF. Pan, that makes sense in some scale of, like, gullibility. Basil, well, sort of, but I think we should consider talking to people in Helmsfirth about what's going on and working together. I mean, you're a good test case. You are taking this all rather calmly. I mean, come on. Bro, seriously. I had to pause a bit because there was something in the background. Like, carrying on. Yeah, as I said a while ago, like, it's automatically, like, is this line of, like, the story, you automatically are, like, calm and open-minded and less less vulnerable in terms of your reactions. I'm not saying it's boring, but it's a line boring. Pan, I've always been good at adapting to things. It's hard to say whether other people in Helmsfirth will believe it. Basil, Just then, you both noticed the light of dawn creeping up over the horizon. Basil, oh my gosh, we've been talking all night and I didn't even notice the time. It's either that or you're just near dawn. I have to get back to the pack, and I imagine you've got things to attend to as well, since you are the lead mage. And I'm guessing you will need some sleep at some point. Bro, it's near dawn. What forgiving thing are you supposed to like give me as an advice by sleeping? I'm not gonna sleep after this. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna sleep, like a nap time, like power naps in between the head of the day. Like, not the head of the day, but like an entirety of the day. Basil, I'm sorry, this was an important conversation, but I should have been more concise. Yeah, you were concise. Honestly, you were. Pan, it's fine. Nah. They didn't exactly specify the time of which this was happening, so we can just assume it's near dawn. And this happened like 8 p.m. last night. Basil, no, really, I'm sorry. Do want to talk more sometime, though, in the future? Okay, they skipped the do you want to talk sometime in the near future part, and that is kind of like... Sorry, I had to cut myself out, but stressing me out. Please don't notice the cuts in this recording, or rather in any of my near future videos. It's because there are other people in this house, and we are basically not separated from each other's, like, sounds. Can't control them. Like, it's rare for them to actually not be here, so, you know. Okay, I just readily say yes? I mean, I guess. I don't know, maybe my character is one thirsty, like, pandan or something. Basil, great! I've got to run, and so do you, so let's meet here again after lunch. Assuming my character will be thirsty. For the record, I don't feel like being thirsty. I feel like I'm talking to a person who's entangled, and I'm basically thinking, where's Rapunzel? Why isn't she here? Why aren't you with your wife? Pan. See you after lunch then. You aren't sure yet whether you believe Basil, and you don't know if the mayor and your guards would believe the full story of what you saw. Pause. Sorry about that. Why do I keep on saying sorry? Carrying on. The guard and mage who were searching for both have failed to show up at the end of their shift. What? Incompetence! You suspect that they were the latest victims of this supernatural battle. Oh, last night. You check in with the next patrol shift and you tell them an edited version of what happened. Okay, so we have these two. I don't know who, and she looks nice, and he looks like. Yeah, he looks like. It reminds me of someone from Game of Thrones. I don't know who exactly. And I'm not gonna comment anything anymore. I did say there is something about this art that is pretty much borderline controversial in every aspect, and I'm not gonna comment about it anymore. Carrying on. The previous shift missed their checkpoint, so I want to investigate. In the woods, I heard screams and saw something running fast. Then it was gone. I saw blood, but nobody's left. The previous shift is now missing. The guard, I don't know which one of the guards, maybe like the one on the left. Okay, we'll keep our eyes open for danger. You go home and get a few hours of much needed sleep. After you wake up and eat, you then think deeply about the things you saw and heard last night. You head to the town square to meet Basil. Oh, nice. I guess, like, is it me or, like, the color of their vest is different now? Or it could be me. Entering the town square, you see Basil and wave. He waves back. There is a puppy running around. It briefly runs up to you and Basil and then runs away playfully. Basil, I wonder whose puppy that is. Maybe his? Okay. Scusi. Basil gestures towards a man who is mounting a horse. The puppy is playfully nipping at his heels. The man on the horse starts to ride away. What happens next goes by in a flash. The puppy runs out in front of the horse. The horse is running, then rears up, barely missing trampling the puppy. The puppy stops and sits down on the dusty road. Basil, oh no! Basil runs towards the puppy. The horse is still whinnying and stamping, barely missing the puppy. The man riding the horse looks annoyed. Reaching them, Basil coos and gestures, and the horse calms down. I knew it. He turns to the puppy and speaks in a gentle, quiet voice. Basil, good pup, good, easy does it. Basil picks up the puppy and carries it back towards you. The man on the horse rides off without looking back. Before Basil finishes walking back to you, someone else runs up to you. You recognize her, the librarian Lendra. Goddamn. Lendra. Oh, thank goodness you found my puppy. She got away from me and I've been chasing her all over town. And hi, Pan. Basil, glad that I was in the right place at the right time here. Oh no, I shipped them. Basil hands over the puppy. Well, that was lucky. Lendra nods at you both and excuses herself, hugging her puppy happily. Basil, now where were we? It's your chance to gather more information from Basil. What do you ask Basil about? You can choose multiple options until the conversation ends. Okay. We're gonna pause a bit and like have this be a to be continued part of the game. I'm gonna save. There. Do it with the empty slot. And I'm not gonna return because I'm gonna pause here a bit and we'll express a little bit of like the entirety of what I've encountered so far. Gradually, I will try my best to curb my tongue towards the graphics, because if you guys are watching visually, also listening at the same time, there are notable parts of this that is awesome. The graphics are good. It's very enticing. It's actually one of the few things that might be the contending reason why people might be gravitating towards this and not just entirely by the plot itself. So far, the options here in this demo is quite alright because it's gearing towards like what you will be experiencing towards the game and the gameplay itself. So far, it's not really that grand. It's a typical visual novel. You have choices that you will pick. Personalities of the character feels like it's very, um, sorry to say this, but very flat so far because this is the beginning. This is a demo. Assuming it might actually be a chapter 1, part 1 sort of thing. I'm not I'm not saying it's gonna be boring, but I will try and continue on with the following parts of the story. So far, my impressions is semi okay-ish. Dismissing the one thing that I keep on trying to curb my tongue in commenting about every time that it pops up on the screen behind the text. That's it for now for the horrors of Helmsfirth. It is by far story-wise interesting in the idea. If you guys are interested, you can like look them up in their Steam page, comment in their like Discord if they have any, or if they have like hold up, I'm gonna go to the about. Sorry, credits. Okay. Credit to guys for the artwork. Okay, so I think there's no. Oh, they do have playtesters. Okay, so far there's no comment whatsoever about help, about where to find them, or like what. Wait, or if they have a Discord group, you might have to check their Steam page out, or if ever like Google them and stuff to see further about the details of the developers. This is Demo signing off for now, and hope I could continue this further on. Like, thanks for watching and thanks for listening. This is Pansikoser. Toodles. For the nth time, post-editing Pansikoser here, I will be saying that I will not be continuing playing Horrors of Helmsfirth, um, like, in the near future maybe. It's not because, like, the game has been released whatsoever, but I have a lot on my plate, and I've picked a few other visual novels to continue, like Our Life and Bewitching Sinners, and hopefully like to this story for this one, it's not that boring whatsoever, but there is like an apparent issue that I have in regards to the graphics, and not to belittle its like efforts whatsoever, but to those who are interested and does not mind the source of the graphics and the way that it is done, they should still go and play this game if they're interested. You could go and visit their store page in Steam. It's still up. They don't have any announcements whatsoever when they will be releasing the game. Hopefully they do, because a little bit of the story is kind of interesting in a supernatural sort of like fan servicey level. I do believe that they are just still ongoing, but that's it. To those who are to those who think this video is interesting and whatnot, I'm so sorry for not continuing it. And that is all.